Let's begin in a child's pose with your arms extended long and your hips back towards your heels. We'll begin to take deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Really reaching through your fingertips and sending your hips closer towards your heels. We'll focus on our breath in these moments because we'll use our breath as we move throughout our Pilates practice, focusing on long breaths in and long breaths out. We're going to start to activate through our arms, reaching your left hand to your right. Draw back through your left hip to open your left rib cage. Try to keep your chest square to your mat. And then let's switch to the other side. Breathing deeply, right hand stacked over your left, drawing back through your right hip. And then reach your arms forward. Pull yourself into a tabletop position. Shoulders are over your wrists. Hips are over your knees. We'll drop our navel down, lift our crown of head, our tailbone, and then dome your spine. Find your cat. Draw your navel up. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Really draw your navel through the roof here. Think about drawing your chest through your arms as you find your cow spine, and then sending your chest up as you find your cat. From here, let's tuck our toes. We'll hover our knees 1 inch off of our mat. Try to draw your rib cage towards the top of your pelvis here to really compress your frontal abs. We'll begin to tap our knees down and lift them up just to warm up our abdominal wall. We're going to go for about 10 reps. You're almost there. And then release into your child's pose. From your child's pose, we're going to begin with a little bit of abdominal work. We're going to grab a Pilates ball and a Pilates ring. Now the ring, if you don't have a ring, if you have an additional Pilates ball, you can use it or just go without it. If you've got the ring, let's place it between your inner thighs above your knees, and the foam edges, if yours has foam edges, will go in between your inner thighs. Let's place the ball behind our lower back, about 1 inch behind our lower back, so that we can scoop in our abs and find a C-shaped spine. You can also find a neutral spine in this position if you can't round your spine, but I will be cueing to our C-shaped spine. Maintaining your C-shaped spine, I want you to lower back until you're about to lose the tuck of your tailbone. Do not lose it, and lift back up. And every time you lift, you'll squeeze the ring. We're going to go for 10 reps of this full range chest lift. Keep scooping your abs down towards your back body, and every time you lift your chest, squeeze the ring. We've got about 5 more reps. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale as you lift and squeeze. For 3, keep your navel drawing in. Keep tucking your tailbone. 2, and 1. And then we're going to shorten our range of motion. So go all the way down and halfway up. So we're staying in a lot of tension here. Keep drawing your abs in and keep squeezing the ring as you lift halfway up. Elbows are wide. If you need to, you can take your hands to heart center. We're going for 5 and squeeze the ring. For 4, tuck your tailbone. For 3, chest is broad. For 2, keep squeezing the ring at the top. And 1, And then when we come back, the next time we're gonna hold it low and just squeeze the ring. Your oblique should be on absolute fire. Keep squeezing the ring, tiny 1 inch range of motion for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. And then we'll take a moment here. Once we've done those reps, we will release over our ball. Take a moment, allow your abs to stretch. If this doesn't feel good, you can move the ball further up your spine in this back bend. Make sure it's not underneath your lumbar spine. It should be directly behind your navel. From here, we're going to reset. Start to turn towards the left, and then we're going to dip our left elbow down, lift our right elbow up, and squeeze the ring for 10. So keep your chest nice and broad. We're going full range of motion. You maintain the twist the entire time, and you're lowering down and lifting and squeezing the ring. Keep your abs drawing in. Try to create as much space between your right and your left elbow, and notice what's happening in your shoulders. Let's keep them away from our ears. We'll go for 4. Exhale as you lift for 3. Inhale as you lower. Squeeze that ring as you lift 2. And we're going to shorten the range of motion in 1. We will go all the way down and halfway up, staying in that tension the entire time. Think about drawing in through your right oblique. Try to connect your right elbow to your left knee. Keep your chest nice and broad. We'll go for 6. Exhale as you lift and squeeze. For 5, keep your elbows nice and broad. 4, keep squeezing the ring at the top. Keep exhaling at the top. I know it burns. Last 1. And then we'll hold it low and just squeeze the ring. Just squeeze the ring. We're going for 10. You've got about 6 more. Keep twisting, twisting, twisting. And then once you've done those 10, we will release and take our back bend. Amazing, amazing work, everybody. If you need to take a longer recovery here, just hit pause. If you need to take a break at any point, hit pause and take your moment, and then return to this fun work that we are doing. All right, we're gonna hit the other side. So let's reset. The ball's going behind our lower back, 1 inch away from it. We're gonna tuck our tailbone, find our C-shaped curve, and then twist to the right. Lower your right elbow down, lift up through your left elbow, maintaining your twist. And keep your chest broad, keep tucking your tailbone. Every time you lift, squeeze the ring. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. We're literally smoking out our obliques right now. Left oblique should be on absolute fire. Inner thigh should be on absolute fire. Keep twisting as deeply as you possibly can. Twist, 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 twist. Try to touch your left elbow to your right knee. Squeeze that ring as you lift. Almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. You can. We're about to shorten the range of motion. So we're gonna go all the way down and we'll come halfway up. We're going for 10, okay? Twist even deeper. Short range of motion, getting into our left oblique. Twist, 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 twist. Try to take this out of your shoulders. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Tiny, tiny range of motion. And then once you've hit those 10, I want you to hold it low and just squeeze the ring for 10 repetitions. We're twisting really deeply. We're holding an isometric hold and we're squeezing into the ring. And once you have finished those 10, you will meet in a restorative back bend over your ball. Take some moments for yourself when that happens. Pause this if you need. Let's notice our breath once we arrive. Notice our inhales and our exhales. Let's try to find those long breaths in and out. that we found at the top of class. If you need additional time to recover, you'll take a few extra moments and hit pause. Otherwise, we're finding our original starting position. It's a C-shaped spine. And we're going to take our elbows wide and we'll lower down and go around the world. So you're gonna go lower your left shoulder, then your right, then lift your left and your right. So you're circling in a counterclockwise manner, tucking your tailbone, drawing your abs deeply in towards your back body. And every time you lift your chest, see if you can squeeze the ring. Just get an additional squeeze on that ring. We're gonna go for about 10 repetitions here. And then once you've done those 10, take a mini break. And we have the fun of doing it the opposite direction. You can see I'm getting really excited about this. All right, let's go clockwise. So we're going lower right, lower left, lift right shoulder. And every time you lift, let's squeeze that ring. Keep tucking your tailbone. You can always shorten the range of motion here if this is becoming too much. You can hold an isometric C-shaped curve and just squeeze the ring, or you can have your neutral spine and just squeeze the ring as well. There's always ways to make this practice work for you. Your shoulders are melting down and away from your ears, and keep your elbows wide. Once you have done that, we'll take another mini break. Take your time. You can even extend your legs long if you'd like, and just take a full body stretch. I oftentimes like to place one hand over my heart, the other hand over my low abdomen, so I can ground and really feel my breath. So you're welcome to do that as well. Just take some time for you. Once you've had a few moments, we'll remove our Pilates ball, place it back off to the side. Keep your ring. I know many of you were hoping that I would say that. All right, we're going to take the ring and place the rubbery edges again to our inner thighs. Then plant your feet down really close to your glutes. Make sure your head is flat on your mat. Reach your arms long and flat onto your mat by your sides. From here, lift your hips up. Draw your rib cage down, draw your navel down, and tilt your pelvis up. And then we'll continue with this full range. And at the top, let's add a squeeze of the ring. Now, we're gonna go for 10 reps. If the ring doesn't feel good in between your inner thighs here, you can use a squishy ball or Pilates ball. If your inner thighs are totally done, I totally get it. You can do this without the prop. We're gonna go for about 5 more reps. Keep pressing into your palms. Keep reaching your hands forward, taking your shoulders away from your ears. Press evenly through your feet, but I want you to think about pressing predominantly through your heels. Now we'll hold it at the top and just squeeze the ring. We're gonna go for 10 repetitions here. Try to break the ring in half. I want you to try to make it from a circle into a line. That's how closely you're squeezing your legs. And then hold tension in the ring. Hold it and drop your hips halfway down and lift them all the way back up. Your inner thigh should start to really be feeling this. You're holding the ring in tension. The only thing that's moving are your hips lowering halfway down and lifting all the way back up. Keep pressing through your palms. You're gonna go for 10 reps here, no surprises. And then let's hold it at the top. We're gonna drop our hips 1 inch down, lift and squeeze the ring. We're going for 10. Tiny range of motion, big feeling in our glutes, big feeling in our inner thighs. Press, press, press through your palms. Reach through your fingers. We've got about 4 more reps. We're almost there. Keep pressing through your hands, squeezing your glutes at the top. And then hold it at the top. Hold your bridge. Squeeze your glutes. Draw your rib cage down. press into your heels and then lower your hips down. Okay, let's take a moment. Just place the Pilates ring off to the side. Take a moment. You can extend your legs long, or if you'd like, you can bring your feet wide with your knees knocking into touch. We'll just take a few seconds here to release. You're going to see the second variation I'm doing can be knees knocking into touch and your feet wide. You can also windshield wipe your knees here as well. Let's just find a few moments of cathartic rest, and then we'll return to the work. We're about halfway done with this class. So from here, we're going to grab a band. You can also do this without the band. As you can see here, I'm going to slide it above my knees. Make sure that it's not folded. That's for comfort reasons. You're going to place it above your knees, and then we'll adjust. We'll lay down onto our either left arm, just like so, or your left forearm. You're going to bring your shoulder above your elbow, bring your knees in line with your hip, and then your shins will be parallel to the long edge of your mat. Once you're there, bring your leg to hip height and press your right leg in towards the back of your space, keeping your knee facing forward. Draw your navel in. Keep your leg right in line with your hip. And I want you to think about pressing predominantly through your right heel. We're going for about 10 reps here. You're over halfway. Press, press, press through your heel. And then we're going to hold it and do tiny little pulses. Another thing here, my friends, is you can hold the band with some fingers onto the band if you feel like it's rolling, okay? And again, if it's too much of the band, just take it off. Then hold and flex and sweep your leg forward, and then point and sweep it back, keeping it right in line with your hip. Keep pressing through your left forearm. And I want you to think about sticking your glutes behind you as you sweep your leg in front of you. Again, we're going for about 10 reps. Keep your pelvis stable. And then hold it in front of you. Just flex it and lift it up 1 inch. Really keep your pelvis stable here. The pelvis is not moving. It is the right leg in your hip socket that is moving and doing this work. And then we'll bend it in and reset. You can tap out your glute. Do what you need to do. Reset your band if it's rolled. All right, let's stick our chest out, stick our glutes back. Lift your right leg to tabletop. And then from here, we're going to lift it into a fire hydrant and then back to hip height. So as you can see, my leg doesn't go too high. I don't have the most flexibility in my hips. So your range of motion can be whatever makes sense for your body, okay? I just want to make sure you're feeling it in the outer right glute. Let's hold it high and do tiny 1 inch range of motion, the tiniest of tiny, so that we're really getting into the side of our glute. And then once you've done those 10 tiny movements, we'll reset. Again, left arm is down, reset, chest out. Let's bring our leg to hip height, and we're going to take some knee circles. I want you to think about trying to circle up and above your hip height with your right leg so that we're keeping the band in tension the entire time. We're going for 10. We've got about 3 left, and then we'll reverse it. Small movement, controlled movement, but it should feel really intense in the side of your right glute. Once you've done those 10, let's reset, bring your knees together. And then this is a really nice stretch. We'll splay our legs, reach your left hand over your ear, getting a stretch of your left underside. That was the side that we were pressing against the mat. And then switch your knees to the other side. So windshield wiper on the other side. This should feel really great in the right glute. So we're gonna take our right hand over our ear and get a stretch in the right glute. And then once you've had enough time stretching, we should be facing now the correct direction. So the crown of your head will be facing the opposite direction. Your knees are going to stack right in front of your hips, shins are parallel, and it's your right forearm that's on the ground and your right shoulder that's stacked on top of your elbow. Let's stick our chest out, stick our glutes back, bring your left leg to hip height, and then we'll start with those leg presses. Pressing predominantly through your left heel, keeping your knee facing forward, and let's really draw our navel in towards our back body. Let's keep your hip stable. We're going for about 10 reps. You're almost there. And then hold it in tiny presses. Tiny, tiny presses of your left heel towards the back of your space. 10 reps here. Then we'll do our leg sweeps, flexing forward, point and sweeping back, really keeping an eye on your pelvis. You see, I've got a hand on the side of my pelvis. That's so that I know what's happening with my pelvis. It should not be moving. So if that means, if your pelvis is moving, that means you have to take a shorter range of motion. You take a shorter range of motion. It's not a big deal. I'd rather you be working with that glute versus working with your pelvis to try to get into this. We're going for 10 reps. We're almost there. And then hold it forward, flex it, lift it up an inch down. Tiny range of motion. It is forward towards the camera. It is forward towards the TV screen. You are just lifting it up. And then once you've done 10, sweep it down, bend it in, and tap out your glute. All right, let's really press through our right forearm. We're lifting our left leg to hip height. And then let's take those fire hydrants up as far as it'll go, and then back to hip height. You can see on this side, my leg on this side is able to get a bit of more range of motion. So it's totally normal if you're feeling like one side was more restricted than the other. That is to be expected. We have differences between our sides, but in this practice, we're gonna try to even out those differences. Let's hold it up and do some tiny pulses. 10 tiny little pulses. Almost there, almost there, almost there. And then once you've done that, tap your knees together, massage your glute. We are heading into the final few moments here. We've got it, we've got it. Stick your chest out, glutes back, lift your leg to hip height. We'll take those circles, okay? They're about the size of a cherry, not too big. Keep the band in tension. Keep your navel drawing in. For 5. You can see I'm really starting to feel this. And then we'll reverse it. We'll go the other way. Tiny range of motion. You can do it. Almost there. Stay committed. Okay, knees come together. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, you can see my left side, while it is a little less restricted, the glute isn't as strong, so those are very challenging on that left side. Okay, so we're gonna reach our right hand over our ear, and then once you've done that mermaid stretch, we'll switch the knees facing the other direction, and we'll reach our left hand over our ear, getting the stretch of our left glute. And you're welcome to pause and just continue to stretch. So we'll begin on our abdomen for some spinal extension. Legs are hips width distance apart, legs are active. Hands are next to your chest, elbows point up towards the sky. We'll start with some low cobras. Every time you lift your chest, squeeze your glutes. Press the tops of your feet down into your mat. Think of your arms simply as a passenger here, and the majority of the work is being done through your upper back and mid back. And really focus on drawing your navel away from your mat to support your lower back. Now you're seeing me demo without my hands to show you that the hands are merely a passenger, okay? So we are using our upper back only to lift our head, our neck, and our shoulders. Keep pressing your pelvis into your mat. Keep drawing your navel away from your mat. We'll do about 10 reps of these. And then once you've done about 10 of your reps, we'll have a hold at the top just for a few moments. And then we'll find our way into a child's pose, just to find a little forward flexion of our spine. Spinal extension is amazing for you, especially for those who sit at a desk or behind a steering wheel. Any forward flexion of your spine, this will help you to reduce that rounding of the spine over time. So it's a great daily practice so long as it feels good in your body. And then you can always complement it with a child's pose or some cow-cats. All right, from here, we are going to do a little bit of arms. I'm going to grab one 3-pound hand weight. You certainly can lift heavier. We are going to be doing some shoulder work. So any shoulder sensitivity, you can always do this without the hand weight. Your left hand's going to grab the hand weight. Your right leg will kickstand behind you. And we'll start to row our left hand back. Palm faces in towards our midline. Right leg will lift in tandem. Squeeze your right glute. And let's draw our navel in to keep your pelvis stable. Keep your ribcage rolling towards the top of your pelvis. And really squeeze your left shoulder in towards your right. We'll go for about 10 reps. And then keep your right leg lifted. Lower your left arm. Turn your palm to face behind you. And then lift your left arm up to the sky. We'll take some chest expansion. With your palm facing up, you still have a micro bend in your elbow. And you're squeezing your right leg up and back towards the sky in tandem with your left arm. Keep drawing on your abs to support your lower back here. We're going for 10 reps. And your left arm goes no lower than your hip height here. So we're staying in tension the entire time. All right, we're almost there. We're going to switch sides. Let's do the other arm. Kickstand your left leg behind you. Right hand receives the weight. And you'll row your right arm back. So the palm will almost shave your rib cage here. And you'll draw your elbow up towards the sky and squeeze your right shoulder back. You still have a soft bend in your left elbow, so we're not locking out our joints here. And you're squeezing your left leg up and back. Keep your left foot nice and active. Again, we'll go for about 10 reps. Then we'll turn our right palm to face behind us. And we'll take our chest expansion with our leg lift. Keep your abs drawing in, keep your pelvis nice and stable. And then once we've done our 10 reps, we'll take a moment, we'll release our weight, and you're welcome to find either a child's pose, which is what I'm gonna find. If you wanna lay down on your back, you absolutely can. We're just going to take a few moments here to settle down. Few moments to quiet our body, quiet our mind, and maybe just take a moment of reflection before all that to acknowledge yourself and all of your hard work. I did not make you hit play on this video. I didn't make you do all the crazy things we did, the abs, the glutes, the sideline glutes, the arms, the spinal extension. You did all of that, and you should be so proud of yourselves for doing it. And maybe just take a moment of gratitude towards self for putting in all of that work. We'll just continue to breathe in long, smooth inhales and exhales. And you're welcome to stay here for as long as you need.